All right, y'all, we're back with another reaction video on Big Miklo Reacts. This one's about how Disney adults are going broke and they don't even know it. Let's check it out.
There is something kind of funny about adults who are obsessed with Disney. They wear Mickey ears at the airport, decorate their homes with Disney merch, and plan multiple Disney park trips every single
Bro, I understand enjoying going to the Disney parks. I do as well. It's a safe place for me and my kids to enjoy a day out together. We ride rides, we eat food. Me and my wife, we drink drinks, enjoy ourselves, walk around. It's our version of walking around a park, except there are fun rides for me and the kids to ride. It's a good time. I enjoy it. I have no problem labeling myself as a Disney adult, but doing all this other stuff doing all this extra stuff outside of the Disney parks is something that I've never been really too into. I don't mind wearing a Spirit jersey here and there, but I personally leave that stuff for while I'm in the park. To each their own. I could definitely admit it could definitely it can definitely look like a little too much. Some of these people get a little carried away when they start doing all this stuff, but I don't know. That's just me.
year. It might seem innocent at first. What is the harm in loving a company that makes fairy tales and fun rides?
Exactly.
But when you take a closer look, there's actually a deeper story here, one about consumerism, overconsumption, and how it can quietly drain your finances while making you feel like it's all for joy. Disney isn't just a brand anymore, it's a full-on lifestyle. And for many adults, Disney becomes a part of their identity. They don't just like it, they live it. They wear Disney-themed outfits to work, eat at Disney-themed restaurants, and even go on Disney cruises. Others schedule their entire year around the next trip to Disneyland.
I know for me, the way that I got into my, I guess, fandom, if you will, my mom worked at a Disney store for the majority of my life. And she didn't make a whole lot of money, single parent household. I don't know how much retail store managers were making back in the day, but I know as far as today, they don't make a whole lot of money. And one of the biggest perks of working for a Disney store was that you get, not only do you as the cast member get access to the parks, but all of your dependents as well. So me and my little brother, and you also get a +1. So me and my little brother, and then we also got to bring my homies, his homies, whenever we could, and let them check out Disney. When I know, the way that we all grew up, all of our parents on our salary alone weren't going to allow us to go visit these parks on a regular basis. So the only thing my mom really could afford was the gas, packing food, and that was pretty much it. Other than that, the tickets were covered because they're all included as one of her benefits for being a store manager at a Disney store. And we'd spend hours there, it was awesome, We had no idea how expensive any of that stuff was, but building all those memories with my mom, my brother, my family, and friends, that's how my nostalgia came. I can't speak for a lot of other people. Maybe they took a lot of family vacations there, but being from San Diego and having easy access to drive up there once a month or however often we went, that's what made me enjoy my time there so much that I try to do that for now my children now, and I get a lot of joy watching them have fun. So, I'm definitely not ashamed to say it. But to this level, hearing about some of these people on this level, that is pretty crazy,
Or Disney World. And vacations become traditions, and those traditions become expectations, and none of this is cheap. Take something
Definitely
like
not
the
cheap.
Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. It's marketed to kids, sure, matching princess dresses for the kids, and maybe
You're gonna
even a
drop a
dinner
bag
reservation
there.
at Cinderella's royal table to top it off. The whole fairy tale family day can add hundreds more to your vacation tab. And then there are adults who take Disney bounding to the next level. Outfits inspired by characters without violating costume rules. Entire wardrobes are built around
Disney bounding is they dress up as the character, but not in a costume. If I'm understanding that right? Like you would just have on colors Like if you wanted to be Mickey Mouse, you would just have like black hoodie, red pants, and yellow shoes type thing. If I'm understanding that right.
Bell, Ariel, or even Buzz Lightyear. It's fun, creative, and expensive, while you are trying to build a unique outfit for every park day. So let's break it down. At Disney World, a single day base ticket from one adult starts at $109 but can rise as high as $189
Shoot, how old is this video? 6 months ago? It's not too far off, but man,
depending
those
on the
tickets
season.
they keep going up.
Disneyland's pricing follows the same structure. If you want to hop between parks, that's an extra $65. Genie Plus to
Yeah.
skip the lines, that'll cost another $25.
It's not even worth it either. If you're someone that goes once a year, family vacation, don't even just get the 2 day, the two single park. Just get a single park ticket. However many days you're gonna be there, you're you're not there. You're not there enough to need to bounce back and forth and skip things and regular. If it's just gonna be a one time a year thing, spend all of one day seeing all of one park. Spend all day the next day seeing all of the next park. Save that money if you do want to spend it on this Genie Plus skip the line stuff. That's at least a better investment than doing the park hopper, in my opinion. Just transfer whatever you would have spent for that on the Genie Plus lightning lane system thing and rope drop, and then boom, you're gonna have yourself a good day. Get there early, sign up for all your lightning lanes, get those all set up, wait in line, boom, and have your lightning lanes ready. You're gonna have an awesome day. But I don't put this to kind of help with the money saving. I would skip the park hopper
To
personally.
$35 per person per day. Then there's travel costs, plane tickets, rental cars, or gas. Hotel stays near or inside the park can range from
Oh yeah,
$150
yeah, yeah.
to
I mean,
$800 per
shoot, we
night.
never stay on
Character
property.
meals
There's no
and
way.
sit-down restaurants can push dinner for two over $100.
There's plenty of hotels surrounding Disneyland. That's what makes, Disneyland so awesome. You can literally just go out that fence, look across the street, and you're looking at a hotel or motel type thing. Go down a couple blocks. That price is going to be cut in half even more. Find some stuff for like under $100. Still in walkable distance. Still got good restaurants. Still got good shopping. I wouldn't worry too much about staying on property if you're trying to penny pinch. There are ways to make it work for sure. Me and my family would do that. We personally, when we were going to the parks a lot, that's how we were definitely doing it.
One matching shirts, themed snacks, and a lightsaber from Galaxy's Edge. That's hundreds more.
No
A
way.
week-long vacation for two adults can easily land between $4,000 and $6,000. Add kids, you're looking at
How,
$7,000 to
dude?
$10,000 depending on your choices. Annual passes like Disneyland's Magic Key cost up to $1,649, and Disney Vacation Club
Mm-hmm.
or their timeshare
That's where we get. That's where our biggest. That's where all of our spending went. We just paid because we're so close. We had annual passes, and that was honestly one of our biggest bills. We paid off cars, we paid off a lot of things in order to enjoy that comfortably. But man, that was a big chunk of our monthly spending on just entertainment like that. And we had to, take a step back, um, save that monthly payment that we were doing towards our Disney passes, and we're just trying to create a really nice nest egg, a really nice savings with what we would have been spending on an annual pass, not including parking, not including drinks and food, all that other stuff we would splurge on when we would go, and just start saving, kind of, take that more responsible route for a year or two, and come back. We're for the most part, the parks are going to stay the same, especially this year. There's going to be a whole lot of construction, not going to be missing a whole lot. So if there was any year to do it, as we looked at it, this was going to be our year to do that. Take a step back from our magic keys.
program can start at $25,000 or more. And the thing is,
Hell no.
Disney isn't getting any cheaper. In fact, it's getting very expensive very fast. Past 10 years, the average cost for a Disney World single park ticket has inflated more than 56% and has outpaced inflation, which was only 32%. From 1650 in 1985,
Oh my
$99 in
God.
2015, and to the $109 to $189 price point today.
Wow.
Disneyland has quadrupled the top price of tickets since 2000. And despite all of these increases,
I
Disney
believe
adults
that.
are still flocking to Disney, whether they can afford it or not. A recent survey found that 45% of parents take on debt for Disney vacations, and a single week
Bro, if there's one thing I know about a Mexican family in SoCal, especially in that Orange County area, they're gonna have their Disney passes, bro. That's one thing that I know for whatever reason, we love taking on that debt to go to the parks like that. It's insane how many people I know who have no business affording this kind of stuff, but do it anyway for themselves or for the kids. It's insane. It's a real thing for sure.
for a family of four can cost anywhere from $6,000 to $15,000. So why do adults, many of whom are stressed, overworked, and trying to stay financially afloat, cling so tightly to Disney? And the answer is usually nostalgia. When the world
Yeah.
feels overwhelming, Disney offers a chance to relive a time when life felt simpler. The parks are designed to give you that warm, familiar feeling, like returning to your childhood bedroom after a hard day. Characters you loved as a kid now wave at you in real life, and even though the cost has gone up, the feeling remains the same.
It's hard to explain that nostalgia thing, but to me, it is a place where you go there and you can leave all your other bullshit, as naive as it sounds, all your other bullshit outside of those fucking turnstiles and the gates. When you're there with your family, you're just there to have fun. You're there to just you're just there to have fun. And that's it. You know what I mean? Just kind of enjoy your afternoon, your evening, your weekend, or whatever, a lot of time you spend there. And then once you're out of there, then you can go back to worrying about the real world, because a lot of times it doesn't even fucking matter. That real world is still gonna be there regardless if I'm going to Disney or not. All that BS is still gonna be waiting for me regardless if I enjoy myself at this day here or not. Regardless if I go to Trader Sam's and enjoy that drink or not. My all the BS I still gotta deal with outside of Disneyland is still gonna it's still gonna be there. So let me live it up, enjoy this. And maybe it's a detriment, financially, but those are the things that people really weigh, whether it's, their fun, personal time and responsibilities, people. That's part of that. That's part of that life balance that a lot of us are trying to figure out.
And that is what Disney is selling. But this emotional connection is something Disney's marketing team understands very well. They don't just sell you tickets, they sell you belonging. They sell you a memory, a feeling, a sense of identity wrapped in their fantasy. They target your emotions and your heart, and your wallet as well. In 2024, Disney's total revenue surpassed $91 billion, with a large chunk of that coming from its parks, products, and experiences division.
Nowadays, it's the biggest part of the Disney company now. Their movies suck, their TV shows suck. It all comes down to the travel portion now. That's the only thing that's making money for Disney now. There's always going to be people willing to pay for an annual pass, buy some tickets, go to a resort, wherever, a cruise. That's their money now, and they understand that. So they're just pumping up those prices. They do not care. Like, as much as we all complain about prices going up every year, we're still there buying it. So why would Disney lower prices? They're not going to until we stop buying it. It's not going to happen.
And people aren't just buying park admission, they are shelling out $40 for Spirit jerseys, $80 for
Oh, it's like
themed
$60
backpacks,
for a Spirit jersey.
130 for custom droids. And these aren't just one-time buys. Each year, there are new designs, limited releases, and event-exclusive merchandise. Disney knows that
They
once you're
they
in,
know what they're
you're
doing.
emotionally open and more likely to spend. And the strategy isn't just about the price, it's how it makes you think. It's psychology. And the numbers back it up. A survey showed that 58% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Meanwhile, the average household holds more than 6,000 in credit card debt. And Disney knows this and has partnered with buy now pay later services to make it feel easier to avoid what you can really pay for in cash.
Yup.
But these services aren't free. Miss a payment and the fees and interest start piling up. You are still spending more than you make. And it's not so much about the thing or the product itself. It's more about the rush and thrill of buying it. But the thing is, that rush, it fades very quickly, but the debt, it's still there. And mentally, it's exhausting. This kind of spending can take a toll. You might feel guilty after a big purchase, or you do it because you tell yourself everyone is doing it and life is short and Disney makes me happy. But the thing
Yeah,
is,
pretty much
happiness
it.
that relies on constant spending is unstable. And for so many people, it leads to more stress and more burnout. And sure, it fills the gap, the stress, and your loneliness, but it also creates new stress, and that stress shows up on your credit card bill. So, given all of this, what can we do? First, there's budgeting, and to be honest, no one likes to budget, but this one's pretty simple. Try the 50-30-20 rule. It's simple. 50% of your income goes to your needs, like your rent, your groceries, your bills. 30% goes to your wants, your Disney trip, your Mickey ears, and your overly priced churro. And
Duh.
20% goes to your savings or debt repayment. If Disney is your passion, fit it in within that 30%.
That's essentially what me and my family are doing. That portion of that Disney annual pass money going a lot from our wants, and we're taking that and we're sticking it to our savings, and we're going to ride that, and we're going to put that monthly payment into our savings at least for a couple years, build up that little nest egg, and kind of handle responsibility a little bit. Looks like bro is a silver tooth kid, but it definitely ain't easy. You know what I mean? That's definitely something that we're gonna miss doing here very soon when summer comes around. So I'm not looking forward to that. Maybe we'll check out SeaWorld, maybe, tickets are pretty affordable, but what he's saying is right. That budgeting is huge. Disney will definitely put you into debt, very big debt. Those things are not cheap at all, especially for the annual passes that give you the weekends. But sometimes you got to grow up a little bit, take on those responsibilities and, kind of put those wants to the side.
But don't tell yourself you actually need it in your life, and it's a need and falls within that 50%. A $6,000 Disney trip sounds great, but it's not worth it if it puts you behind on rent or makes you fall further behind
It's
on your
true.
credit cards.
Yep.
It's about finding balance between enjoyment and your financial responsibility. And next, invest instead of overspending. Take that $6,000 trip cost and imagine investing it in an index fund with a 7% average annual
But that's
return.
not fun.
In 10 years, that is around $12,000. In 20
Yep.
years, that is over $23,000. That one Disney vacation today could become part of your retirement nest egg or your future down payment on a house. And that is the power of compound interest. Even $100 a month redirected from impulse Disney purchases could turn into over $17,000 in 20 years.
Sure.
And third, let's be honest, some people are going to do the Disney thing no matter what, and that's okay. But if you are going, you don't have to go all out to have
Yeah.
a good time. There are plenty of ways to save money inside the parks without ruining the map. But if you are going, you don't have to go all out to have a good time. There are
Yeah, that's pretty much us. Whenever we went, we would get something either at home in the morning or on our way up there, whether that's, a Jack in the Box, whatever, something a lot cheaper than what we would have gotten inside the park. We'll probably get one meal in the park. If we're really trying to lock it in, we don't get shit in the park until we leave. And we just, get in and out home or something that's a lot more cost effective. Coffee, we either get that in the morning or outside of the park, gas station, something like that. But we definitely found we definitely find our ways to save money while still buying these passes. I remember there was a year where we had the passes that didn't include parking, and I didn't want to pay for Disney parking. It was like $30, but I knew of a parking structure that was right down the street that would top out at, I think it was like $25 at most if I stay there for over 12 hours. It was just maybe an extra block I'd have to walk in order to get to the Disney parks, and we just did that. If we stayed there less than 12 hours, then cool. I got to save, it was probably like $20 then. So, there's ways to go around penny pinching while still enjoying a lot of this stuff. But, come on, who wants to do that? That's not that fun. It's not as fun as just kind of going all out and just saying, I'm going to enjoy myself. But we do got to be responsible when we do all this
Plenty
stuff.
of ways to save money inside the parks without ruining the magic. Depending on how much time you have, skip the park hopper option. It might be tempting to squeeze in as much as
As I
possible,
said,
but jumping between parks adds a big extra cost.
unnecessary,
Instead, focus on
especially at
one
Disney
park per
World,
day.
unnecessary.
You'll save money and stress less trying to cram everything into a single afternoon. Also consider Disney's free transportation. Whether it's the monorail, buses, or Skyliner, Disney makes it easy to get around without a rental car or paying
Disneyland,
for
you could just
parking.
walk.
That is money back in your pocket before you even walk through the gates. And next, look for discounts. AAA, Costco, even credit card rewards.
Sure.
There are deals out there, but you might have to.
And Disneyland has that SoCal ticket now. Like, that's been a game changer for them. Anytime it's like slow season, boom, SoCal ticket. $100 whatever, or $100 ticket, visit Disneyland, 3-day, $100 each day type thing. And Disneyland is popping during that time. So crowded, arguably as crowded as it is during peak season, during the holidays. January after New Year's has been just as busy as it was during the holidays, if not worse. Them dropping that ticket was a game changer for them. I don't know how many people realize it, but a lot of annual pass holders know those, when they drop those SoCal tickets, beware long lines at the parks.
Dig a little. And of course, embrace all the free stuff. Not everything magical needs to come with a price tag.
Water.
Character meet and greets,
Sure.
free.
Oh,
Kid-friendly
yeah.
scavenger hunts, also free. Even just people watching on Main Street with a snack in hand, still free. The entire point here is you don't have to go broke to make memories. So if you're intentional about where your money goes, you can still have an amazing trip without going
Don't
into
pay to
financial
skip the
debt.
line.
I'm not saying to not have fun, but it's more about being mindful and intentional with a plan. And none of this means you have to give up Disney entirely. You can still love Disney without going broke for it. Maybe save for one trip every few years instead of going multiple times a year.
Yeah.
So to wrap this up, is the money you're spending bringing real lasting joy? Or are you just chasing a feeling that fades the second you leave the park gates?
It
It's
does.
because Disney is a business, a powerful, emotional, nostalgic one. But it's still a business, and honestly, they don't care about you or your happiness, only as long as it keeps bringing in profits. So you don't owe Disney your paycheck or your peace of mind. And at the end of the day, it's capitalism, consumerism, and overconsumption. And that is it. Let me know what you think about Disney adults and this consumer culture we live in that's quietly draining our lives and our wallets in the comments below. And if you enjoy videos like this blend of consumerism, pop culture, and finance, please leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any other videos. Thank you very much for watching. And if we zoom out, it's not just Disney adults. We live in a world where everything is just luring us with dopamine. So check out the next video on how, just like Disney, fast food chains.
All right. Let me know what you guys think. Are you someone that thinks it's worth going into debt, buying these Disney passes or tickets, hotels, doing the whole shebang? Are you someone that's never going to Disney, never been to Disney, never cares to go? Are you a once a year, once every other year, every 5 year kind of person? You go every weekend, I know a few people that go multiple times a month. Let me know what you think. Is it worth it? Let me know in the comments what you think. And as always, thank you guys for watching the video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.